Hi everyone. Okay, so I know I said I was going to come back with my next video and it was going to be me straightening this hair. But to tell you long story short, I did straighten this hair. Well, we'll talk about that in a hot minute. But I was going to show you guys how I permed my leave out and how I washed my wig and it straightened. I'm so sorry I wasn't able to come with that video because the same day that I washed my hair, I helped a friend wash her hair, and she's a first timer. This is her first time having a weave. So it was just too much going on in the bathroom for us to be putting cameras in there and stuff. So I wasn't able to show the hair wet or to show the hair, show my hair permed. But I did. I permed my leave out. You can't tell, but it looks a lot better than it did. I also washed this, and I washed like, I said I was going to take the cap off. I was going to take the wig off, but I didn't because it was just taking too much time, and I kind of had a reason. I had to hurry up and, do this quickly. So I just washed the hair. I washed the wig right on my head while it's sewn on already, and it took wonderfully. It did a really good job. My earring just fell off. So it did a great job, and that was it. So I let it air dry, pulled it back in a ponytail, and went to sleep. Blow dried it in the morning, and then flat ironed it. Here's where it all goes south. This is my second week of the hair. Second week wearing the Malaysian curly hair from Genesis Virgin Hair. I'm going to do a little, I might not do, a update next week, or maybe I'll try and do something different because, you don't want to just see the same thing over and over again. But this is the hair after 2 weeks. I'm starting to learn how to deal with it more. I think I'm learning how to blend it with my own hair a little bit better. My hair is very dry. It looks so dry when like after a while. So I've just started putting a lot more argan oil on my hair and a lot more of the I also have a serum that I put on it too. I'll run and get that and show you that. So about straightening the hair, I'm going to let you know right now, and this is the truth. I love this hair. I really do. I'm enjoying it a lot, and I'm a hair person. So, when you're a hair person, after wearing curly hair for so long, you tend to get a little bored and you want something new. So that's why I tried to straighten it, because I want to see what it looked like straightened. But all in all, I hated it straightened. I hated it. Oh my gosh. I hated it so much that I straightened it for one day, and the next day I wet it and wore it curly. I was like, I can't do it because it was getting on my nerves so bad. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like straightened. And then let me talk about this. When I straightened the hair, the problem with it was like it's pretty straight simply because it's so thick. It's like super thick straight hair. It's like I've never even seen anyone with hair like this. I can't even describe it as some type of hair that's synonymous with a certain racial group, I guess I could say. I can't even say. Maybe it's similar to Brazilian hair in the sense that it's so thick. It's super thick. And when I straightened it, I'm not gonna lie, I used a heat protectant. I used that Aussie heat protectant that I showed in that last video, and I used that argan oil I used also on the hair, and oh my goodness, the ends were terrible. They were so horrible. So I had to cut around 2 inches of my hair off. This hair was, at the top it was 20 inch, and at the bottom it was 16. At the bottom it was 18. Now it's probably a good 16. So I had to cut around 2 inches. I had to cut like this much hair off. So I'm missing all of this. I had to cut all that hair off because those ends were dead and terrible. They were ugly. They like it was like the hair would go straight, 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 and then it would go. It was like synthetic hair almost at the bottom. It was so nappy and terrible. So I couldn't wear it, and with it curly, you cannot tell that these ends are as bad as they are. I mean, I cut them now, so you know most of the dead ends are gone, but still, I mean, look how nice they look now. They look healthy, they look pretty and all that good stuff. Those ends were terrible. So I'm going to show you what it looks like straightened. I'm going to just take a piece and straighten it so you can kind of see what it looks like in case you were wondering. And where'd my brush go? Okay, I can't find my brush now. So we'll just do without it for now. So I'm using the Nano Titanium Babulous, but whatever you call it. You know, this one. This flat iron is so old that the name has gone off of it. But it's a common flat iron. It's that Babyliss Pro. It's the Nano Titanium. I've had this flat iron since I was in high school, so it's at least 4 years old. It's probably 5, and I have it turned up to. Ooh, I feel it already. I have it turned up to 410 degrees. Now, that's a small piece of it straightened. You can't really tell so much, but these ends are monsters. Let me get a bigger piece so maybe I can show you these terrible, horrible ends. They're still bad. They're still in really bad condition because I was not going to cut all my hair off just to wear it straight because I love it curly. But I've decided now that I am not going to straighten this hair anymore. I hated it so much. Straightened, like for that one day. I couldn't even sit still. And like I said, this is 410 degrees. And see, I'm going through it a few times. Because it does have all the, you know, curling products on it. So, but still. Wait till you see these ends. It's horrible. Let me just get it kind of straight. Okay. Do you see? Can you see them? And look. Like when I run my fingers through it, they're dark and the ends, just the feel of them, it's terrible. It just, I don't like it at all. It's nappy. And see, my hair was like down here. Down here. I had to cut all of that hair off because of these terrible ends. Okay, can I get it over? Here we go. There we go. You can see them. They're dry. They're just split and not good. They're just really just terrible. And like I said, I used a heat protectant, and that was my first time applying heat to the hair. And personally, I wouldn't wear it. I would never wear it straight. And I absolutely hated it. Like I said, I wore it straight for a good 5-6 hours. And then I couldn't do it. I wore it straight for one day. And then in the morning time woke up and was like, I can't do it. Wet the hair and it waved back up just like this after wetting it. It did just like this. So it waves perfectly when it comes to You know, it curls right back up when it comes to adding water and, you know, trying to re-achieve the curl. But like I said, I would not recommend straightening this hair. I think this hair is good for if you want curly hair. If you want curly hair, then wear it. Maybe I just had a batch with bad ends or something like that, but I don't know. My mom's hair hopefully should be coming soon, and she will be wearing her hair. Here's another thing. That hair, like, let's say for instance, you get perms, I mean relaxers, you know, and you want some hair that's really close to your hair texture. If you have hair that even though you get a perm, it still is like coarse, you know, it's kind of, you have really coarse hair, this hair right here would match up perfectly. I just hope that you have hair that has good ends. Like my mom has really super coarse relaxed hair. Her hair is just, it's pretty coarse. Even though, you know, it's straight because it's relaxed, it's still coarse. So this hair, oh, it's gonna look so pretty on her. But because she has hair that matches very well with this hair in its flat iron state. But I just hope that her ends are in much better condition than mine. The ends just, oh, they drove me crazy, and I'm never straightening this hair ever again. And I just decided that if, like, you know, I said I'm a hair person, so I want some straight hair now. Not because I don't enjoy this. It's been 2 weeks, 2 fabulous weeks of this hair, and I'm just kind of ready to wear some straight hair now. You know, that's why I bought it, because I wanted to see how it would be straight, and this hair is not for straightening, in my opinion. Maybe I'm doing it incorrectly, maybe I'm using the wrong products, maybe something, but like, I would not recommend it. It was the worst. Like, I would run my fingers through my hair, and it would just, oh, it was terrible. The ends, they would just stick, and it was just horrible. Now, in the curly stage, I mean, you know, you get a little, you know, your fingers get caught or whatever, but I mean, I thought that was because it's curly hair, because it's, you know, curly hair is a lot more difficult to manage than straight hair. But I would not recommend it being straightened. If you want straight hair, or if you want to straighten the hair, I wish you luck. I hope it goes well. It took me around a good hour and a half to straighten it, because first I would run through with the flat iron, run through, and just get it straightened, you know, overall straight, and it would still have some, you know, wave to it, and I would just go back over it and straighten it. At first, when I first went through it, I used the highest setting, which was 450 degrees. Then I turned it down to 410 degrees. It seemed to work a little bit better, but like, if I had to rate this hair overall, you know, even though it's still early in the game, even though this is still just my second week of wearing it, I would give it an 8. And no, you know what? Yes, I would give it an 8, because I love it curly. I think it's beautiful curly, but I would never straighten this hair ever. Like, it was a terrible experience for me personally. My ends were dead and dry and lifeless, and you know, when you're paying money for hair, I'm not saying that my money was wasted. I'm just saying that in this hair, straightened, you know, if you have curly hair, you know, sometimes you want to wear it straight because you want something different. Like, I straightened that Tiffany's hair. Gorgeous. It was beautiful straight. I actually kind of like the wavy hair straightened more than I did like it wavy, and I wore it straight all the time. I won't straighten this again. I like this curly. So that's the conclusion for this hair. This hair is great curly hair. I hope that other people who are going to straighten their hair, they have better experiences than I do. Maybe their ends are better. Maybe they don't have to cut 2 inches of their hair off. And,